Protesters marching outside of the Supreme Court today as the justices hear arguments about student loan forgiveness. President Biden used the COVID pandemic as a way to forgive thousands of dollars in student loan debt for millions of Americans. But some Republican-led states have sued, claiming he doesn't have the authority to do that. The court is expected to issue a ruling in the case sometime early this summer. Well, as many as 43 million Americans could see some or all of their student loans forgiven if the court allows the program to continue.
Arman Rahman went down to the UW campus today speaking with impacted students. Arman?
Eric and Charlotte, according to the Department of Education, a little more than 465,000 people apply for the program in Wisconsin, and about 302,000 of those have been fully approved. That leaves over 160,000 waiting to see how much debt they may have to shoulder.
You know, it's worrying that it might not come through.
Law student Tommy Molina isn't the only one feeling this way after applying
$20,000. Wow. So the maximum amount
for the president's student loan forgiveness plan.
Yeah, I was really excited when it came out and just been kind of waiting after we heard that it's on pause.
It's on pause and in danger of being axed by mostly conservative judges in America's highest court.
The flip side to, okay, well, it should have gone through Congress is that it actually did go through Congress. The agency was working under the HEROES Act. One of the things that they raised was, look, are you really treating this as a national emergency or just a road around notice and comment rulemaking?
Steph Ty is a professor at UW Law School.
I'm less certain that it's going to become, Democrat versus, Republican. If they wanted to act in a political ends-oriented manner, they'd have to jettison some of the cases that they rely upon pretty heavily.
The court won't make a final decision for months, leaving students like Sherry Wong's boyfriend in New York in flux.
So they're doing part-time classes right now and also working like 30, 40 hours a week at a supermarket just to pay it off. It just becomes much harder to get a degree, and they might just stop entirely.
There's, I think, a misperception that it's only getting the elite college students. It's actually hitting trade schools just as much.
Ty says anyone who wants to see this changed needs to vote.
This is why elections matter.
For now, Molina continues playing the waiting game.
It's going to be hard. When it was announced, I didn't think that something like this would happen anyway, so I've been planning in case that happens, but it'll definitely be a big letdown.
Now, the HEROES Act that Professor Ty mentioned says the Secretary of Education has the power to waive or modify a federal student loan program in a war or other military operation or national emergency. The Biden administration says the economic effects of the COVID-19 pandemic qualify as such.